I should start with introducing myself. I'm CJ Battle, and this is The Peel. You guys have made it to The Peel, where we highlight topics of importance, kind of peel back those layers, get to the bottom of what it is you want to translate to the world. So on the couch today, who do we have here with us? We can start with you.
I am Ashley Rangel, and I'm a registered nurse and work with Nidana Wellness in Mansfield.
Nidana Wellness. So this is a new business venture, still a certified nurse.
Yes.
And this is your business partner here?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm Seth Back, a co-founder of Nidana Wellness. So this was a project that started in Costa Rica with my life partner, Chrisia. And so we have partnered with Ashley here in Texas to begin with, but the vision, right, is eventually to have these locations all over the United States. And basically what we noticed as we were making trips back from Costa Rica is that there's been a big shift in mindset. And now we have a lot of people that are looking for alternative options when it comes to their health and more information about how to shift their health or to move past certain obstacles. And I would say just in general, I think that there seems to be a movement worldwide, really.
100%. And you say you went from Costa Rica, you found Ashley here in Mansfield. Like, what was the connection between Costa Rica and Mansfield, Texas? Like, what is that?
I'm from Mansfield.
You're from here?
Yeah.
Wow. You went to school here, like graduated from?
So actually my family has been in Mansfield for over 125 years.
Shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
So when we go to the that diner over there and we see all the old Mansfield families, that's you guys up there.
Yeah, my granddaddy has a plaque there at City Hall. He was the second row back. He was there every Tuesday, and probably is a major reason why Mansfield has so many parks.
Yeah.
That was what he was
Shout
always
out to
advocating.
him.
Yeah.
Because I love every park, Rose, Nature, Town, and everyone in between. So shout out to the
JC,
box.
yeah, JC Back.
JC
Yeah,
Back.
He
Hey, put it on his bag. Put the city on his bag. Well, we're really glad that you guys decided to make, go back to your roots and heal the community around you. We've been seeing a lot of cool clinics popping up recently, focused on, cleanses, raising alkalinity, just overall awareness of health. And you guys have made it, you said you set up a clinic inside of another clinic. That's correct?
That's correct.
Okay. But we could segue later to where to find you guys, but I did want to, at least plug Clean Touch.
Of
Absolutely.
course. Yeah, no.
Yeah, because I personally had a colonic myself. Let me tell you guys, it was very worth it. Worth getting multiple.
Yes.
But the Clean Touch colonic, you guys partnered together. But how does a device like this fit symbiotically inside of a colonic center? Like, where's the mesh there?
Well, I would say Nidana Wellness is a health collective.
Health collective. So it's
right.
All
The team members can be an array of different people in every community. It just depends on how this is going to fit as it grows.
Absolutely.
But definitely cleaning the colon, proper bowel management is imperative to detoxing and to the processes that we share.
Yes.
Right? And so once a person begins to detox, especially if they've been really ill or they have a disease, a major dysfunction, those toxins are going to come to the colon to be eliminated. And you're going to need to assist the colon in doing that.
Yeah. That's the exit.
That's the exit.
Gotta get it out of the body.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's like number one on our health plan for people is they gotta do colonics.
So you guys have a health plan. Is that before they come to see you, or is this after you kind of diagnose what they have going on and you send them off on a how to move forward plan?
Well, we don't diagnose.
Ooh, okay,
But we do a lot of education is what we do, is educating people. What they do when they come to Nidana Wellness is we create awareness is what we do. Okay. So with the device, we're able to make them aware of what pathologies, microorganisms, viruses, bacteria, parasites are showing up inside them, and then we give them solutions and education, and that with that education comes a plan to like, hey, here's how you can clear and detox and eliminate those things and reverse their health.
All right. Well, shout out to Nidana Wellness, Nidana Wellness. I was actually gonna ask, what does Nidana mean? Like, what is this word? I've never heard it. Is it somebody's name? Is it?
So Nidana is Sanskrit.
Sanskrit.
So this is the first or original language that the humans had.
Yeah.
So it's an ancient knowledge, right? It's said to come from the Vedas, who were probably carrying a lot of wisdom. But the word itself means cause, motivation, and occasion, because we use this technology to help find the root cause, right, of suboptimal health. Then we are hoping to motivate people, because through this process, we normally see results pretty quickly, and therefore they may want to continue down the path to bring their body back to health.
Giving them hope.
Right?
Mm-hmm. That's what we do. We sell hope.
Yeah.
And then the occasion is now. Why wait?
I like that. I was curious what the occasion is. I'm like, what's the special? This moment right here.
Your
right.
health. Your health is wealth. Health is everything. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything.
Yeah, you can't enjoy all the hard work you've been putting in, the empire you've built, just to end up on a tube, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. So it's definitely very important what you guys have going on here. Me personally, I haven't yet seen this in action, so I have some questions. I'm curious about the device that's in front of me. I see a copper tube off to the right, and then interface with a lot of knobs and buttons. What do you call this here?
Well, so this is a copper galvanic skin response trigger, right? And so basically we have a set of headphones that have light sensors, and really it's to tune in to the field of that individual. Okay, so we know that this is something that Nikola Tesla started talking about, right, in the late 1800s. But we also know Dr. Rife in the 40s built a Rife machine where he was using frequencies.
That was the emissions we could see.
We know that everything in this dimension is frequency based, and those frequency signatures are very specific, and they have been cataloged over many decades.
So we don't have to reinvent the wheel. All the knowledge about the frequencies, the corresponding tunes and stuff, you're saying it's already done.
Well, we have our autonomic nervous system,
okay,
which is basically operating, you could say, off of frequencies as well. Many people call it like a sixth sense, or they feel certain energies when they enter certain space. But we are constantly transmitting or receiving these type of frequencies, right? So if we're practicing prayer, right, or meditation, or we're sending thoughts, good or negative, towards people, right? That's all different forms of how we are manipulating those frequencies.
Yeah, emitting. Yeah, so you mentioned light sensors in the headphones. These sensors are picking up the emissions that you speak of. Or is there a light that our body's also giving off outside of the vibration?
In sound, right? So there's lots of different ways to basically take these frequencies and administer them, right, in different forms. So there's lots of different devices out on the market that are manipulating the frequency administration in different ways. Specifically with this device, we are using it more to gather information when it comes to microorganisms, pathologies, and emotions, which we believe emotions are a major factor in the health of an individual. But the way this specific device works, it has a database with over 5,000 different topics. And so if that frequency signature is present inside the body, it's detectable. And then you can also have parameters set so that it can pick up these frequency signatures and give us an idea of how concentrated they are, what area of the body it's in.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, roadmap. Yeah, we were just talking about this earlier, how all of the happenings inside of the body, even from before you're born, can be mathematically deduced and calculated and observed almost. So it's kind of cool to see it in real time, the same day. You know, we're just talking about it, and then boom, it's already in action. You don't got to worry about it. So Nidana Wellness has been since ancient times. A shout out to Nikola Tesla and basically anyone who's dealing with the frequency devices of healing, because like you're saying, there's a lot of different devices, even when it comes to food, fruits and vegetables, crystals, like you're saying, sounds. Like you're saying, this is a dimension of frequency and vibration. Like when people see colors, like that's vibration coming at you. Like when you see it, when you're looking at water flow and you're looking at the fire burning, those elements, you know what I'm saying? You can't really see the wind, but you can watch it in action.
Yeah, you can.
And appreciate the flow.
Well, you can hear it when it goes through the leaves.
Yeah, right? Shout out to the wind, man. So when it comes to making our health more optimal with a device like this, you said this is a galvanic skin response
Trigger.
Okay. I was trying to make sure I was listening. This device here, I hold it, and my body tells this device the code. So is that in tandem with the headphones? Is it its own unique, is it picking up a pulse, blood pulse, skin friction?
Well, because it's a second point of contact,
which makes it more accurate.
It makes it more accurate.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Yeah. I like that.
So you're wearing the headphones and you're holding on to it. So you have two.
Okay. And so are these
2 points.
The results, are these printouts? Are these something that you help me read, break down? I don't necessarily know if I would know everything about myself.
I feel like it's a pretty understandable, even when I wasn't part of the business and just had it done on myself. It's a paper report clients can print out, and actually shows like the location of where it is and what it is.
Yeah. Was there a moment, like you said, before you were a part of this, when you got your printout, or you're just like, this is it, this is the future and the past all in one?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's why I was like, I told him he couldn't go back to Costa Rica without teaching me how to do this, because I've been a nurse for 23 years and
never seen results like that.
No, I mean, even on myself, the things that it showed on there, I was like, what? This is crazy. And
so did you tell him it just was accurate? That's what you're saying. It's just
yes, very accurate on emotions, on like arthrosclerosis. I mean,
things you didn't even know you had, probably.
Right. I had been eating pretty clean for a couple years and stuff, but it was all the damage I had done beforehand, and it was still showing up. And just the different things. Yeah. I just know it can help so many people who aren't getting the answers that they need from other places.
Traditional.
There's so many people come in to us saying, I've been to doctor after doctor after doctor. They say nothing's wrong, but I know something's wrong.
That story is all too common. It definitely is.
Yeah.
I feel like we've all been there, and that's how we ended up here. You know,
and just to be able to say, well, this is what it's showing. Here's some solutions, and people just take a deep breath and are like, man, I have hope. Like,
you said
it's not the end of the road.
Exactly, because there's times, man, life gets hard, and you need to focus on healing, because the quality of your life is in your hands. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Life is hard with anyone, but giving your body the chance to recover and rest and heal from all of everything, you know what I'm saying? Life is a lot, and you guys are helping with that process. We definitely appreciate.
For me personally, this was born out of necessity, because I was really sick many years ago. It was in the corporate world.
In Mansfield, or after you left?
I was actually in West Texas when it all came to, but I was living in the States still at that time. And my body was full of inflammation, lots of pain, super weak, no strength, sleeping all the time. And was doing lots of tests with doctors. Basically, the conventional system didn't really have any answers for me. And so I just decided I was going to look for something that I felt, this knowing that there was an answer out there, that I wasn't receiving all the information.
Yeah.
And that's when I came across the book Colon Health by Dr. Norman Walker, right? That's what led me to colonics,
Yeah.
right? And we're glad because right now, right, we're located inside of a colonic facility at Clean Touch here in Mansfield.
Crazy, like it's all aligned. I'm definitely curious, you know, from West Texas, after you read the book, is that when you went to Costa Rica, or is it some time before you made it down there to see what they had going on?
Yes. So basically, during my sessions of colonics, the fourth session, I passed a nest of worms.
A nest of anything is crazy.
That's when I knew I had parasites.
Yeah.
Now, I had done the previous parasite testing, which came back negative. Now I know it pretty much always comes back negative. Conventional testing does.
Yeah.
So I would say that the Nidana Optimizer actually is wonderful at accurately detecting parasites. So it's an extreme strong point of the technology. So from that, then I knew I had to keep finding more solutions to the situation that I was in. But when I did pass that nest, this pain that I had in my back went away immediately. So from that point, I began other processes to heal myself. And it took several months and going through different phases. And then life, I kind of went back and forth as I would go back to some of the lifestyle habits that got me sick in the first place.
Yeah.
And then I would use the new knowledge I have to go back to health. And I kept doing that little game for a while.
Yeah. So you're just like, all right, no more refined sugars. Like, where are you at now with your intake? Like, you feel like you're where you want to be?
For me, a major thing was to quit drinking.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that program was ingrained, I would say, pretty deep in the character, right, that I was at that time. And so I definitely think going to Costa Rica gave me new perspective. I got to see people living a completely different way and actually gained more respect for nature, more respect for culture, and learning to appreciate living simply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are cooking on the fires and walking around barefoot, or is too many toxic bugs out there for that? Like how?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I definitely did that. I mean, I've had all different kinds of jungle adventures, but honestly, just going to the beach every day, right? You're grounding in quartz. And so the cleansing of not just the ocean water, but there's many rivers, waterfalls. So the water is very pristine. There's areas there you can still drink, right? You can literally drink out of the side of a waterfall. The water's still in some areas that clean. So.
Have you been to Costa Rica yet? You guys planning a trip?
Me and my family, we've gone, but not where he's.
We haven't seen the
stayed in the
facility
rain.
yet.
No. I didn't even know him before when we went. Me and my family went. Yeah, but it was very definitely a different energy, and just even just being in nature. Like the nature's just different there.
That's the real healer right there. Putting your hands and your feet in the dirt. It just levels you up so fast. I wasn't gonna ask, so in Costa Rica, this is where this technology was cultivated. You found it there, you found it here, brought it to them, and then you guys made it better? Or like how, like what's the story with?
Yes, so I've worked with a few different type of devices and technologies, and some of those I did work with here in the States.
Okay.
Right, I actually went over and saw Dr. Tennant, who's in Dallas. He has different ways to work with voltage and things of that nature. And even when I met with him that day, he told me he's had many devices himself that he's purchased that don't work. So that's the thing, is finding a device that is actually capable of not just giving us accurate information, but allowing us to receive frequencies that are tuned in properly, that actually will make a shift inside of our vessel. Nice. And so I did start to work with these type of technologies in Costa Rica, and then over time they have been upgraded right? And so there's been hardware upgrades and software upgrades, and those will continue to happen, right, as we move forward. But there's also just a learning curve of using these types of technologies. And so I would say that's important as well, because you begin to get an instinct for the data that you're receiving and how to properly share it with the client that you're working with.
Yeah.
And we use other forms of information too. So we work with ancient technology as well.
Oh, wow.
Right. And so there's more than one way to confirm the information that we receive from the technology, from this device specifically, but also we can couple it with
Like a second and third opinion from nature's other doctors, built-in doctors. So you, like, when you say ancient technologies, to see this and to know what it does, like, are you talking, you know, like 2 crystals wrapped in copper into a potato? Like, what does the ancient technology look like?
muscle testing would be
Muscle testing,
an ancient technology.
Reflexology, is that kind of
right.
a field?
So we have several different therapists that we work with. They all are going to have their own style of muscle testing. That's how they are tuning in to that person's biofield.
Yeah.
And you can actually ask that questions. And this was something that I learned actually here in Mansfield. I worked with Dr. Black, who's been in Mansfield for quite a while. He's a well-known chiropractor, and he works with the NET Master Chart, which we also utilize. Then I had Dr. Harris, who's in Fort Worth. He introduced me to the Map of Consciousness, which Dr. Hawkins put together, and that's another, I would say, like, way we could find out how we're moving or sliding up and down this path where we're hopefully trying to raise our vibration, raise our frequency, raise our consciousness, right? So we can check in with ourselves periodically to see where we're at.
You need to. Gotta do that, man. That's a shout out to the medical community and how tight knit you guys are, sharing all the information, like you're saying, from Sanskrit times of this. It made it all the way to now. So it's very impressive. Nidana Wellness, the cause, the motivation, and the occasion. Yes, the root cause, giving you motivation. The occasion is now.
Is now.
I love it. I love it. You guys have been doing it. How long has Nidana been up and running, did you say?
In Mansfield?
Yes.
Yeah, probably since like the beginning of March.
Beginning of March. So you
End
guys
of
are
February.
wow.
Yeah, brand new. Yeah.
Wow. And that's what I'm saying. Everything's so aligned. I just feel, he was like, are they friends, or like, do these guys know each other? I'm
No,
like,
yeah.
feels like it. I'm like, these
Yeah.
guys look like they've
We
been working
actually
together.
met at there's a wellness club that I partnered with in another business with the IVs and vitamin infusions and all
Nice.
that kind of stuff. And he was here visiting from Costa Rica, and he was doing the Nidana Wellness reports and stuff for people and doing the
Oh, you just like
scans
set
on
up
people.
a table and you're just like
Well,
doing
yeah,
some
and there at
readings?
the wellness club.
Yeah.
And so that's how I met him, was in there. And then it was like, oh, wow, like it opened my
Yeah.
mind
Those wellness
to
clubs,
so much more.
they're powerful.
so much
Even
more.
like the few people I've met at the ones that have been happening here.
Yeah, I think you
know?
came over to that one. The red light, naturally rooted, the red light therapy and doing the red light therapy, the cryo.
I didn't go to their health club, but I've been in the place. I heard they closed down.
Yeah, they did.
Man, what a sad story. I mean,
But that's how I met
Yeah.
him and Chrissia, his life
That-
partner, his life partner.
That's why.
And I was just so impressed, like, you know, coming from, I had already started on a holistic journey maybe 4 or 5 years ago, but then just to delve into it that much with them,
Yeah.
like having my mind, everything opened up even more.
so happy.
And then
for
seeing
you.
what it could do, because I sent several clients to them to start on protocols and things, and saw the results with them.
Dang.
And I was like, oh my gosh, so we could help so many people with this.
She actually shared some of the information with a client of hers that had diabetes, and I think within 2 months or so, maybe it was reversed.
Yeah, she actually just sent me text the other day, and now her A1C is like 5.1 or something, and it was
Wow.
like 9 point something, just within a few months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's literally totally reversed her diabetes.
Hey, when people have the awareness, you know, they say when you know better, you do better.
Yeah.
And you guys are a big proponent in making that happen. You know, we all have things to heal from, and I'm definitely going to be scheduling, you know, a consultation
Yes,
with you
come on
to
in.
see what's going on inside. You know, maybe it's time to heal. Maybe it's time.
Yeah.
The occasion is now. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So that's what Nidana's all about. Where can we find you guys if we did want to, you know, schedule, maybe come through, test out
So
the
we're in
device?
Mansfield inside Clean Touch Colonics,
So Clean Touch
which is
Colonics.
off of 1187,
Mhm.
1345, FM 1187
I love
inside
that.
Clean Touch Colonics.
And you can go to nidanawellness.com. So Nidana is spelled Nidana and then wellness, right? WELLNESS.com.
Nice. Those are all great outlets. Gonna be checking you guys out. Do you guys have an Instagram or anything of the sort? Social media? Just
Yeah,
let's-
we're on
okay.
Instagram.
Nidana Wellness. We'll check out the website and we'll go support you guys because this is something everybody needs. You know, we got to know it's eyes inside of your body.
Yeah.
You know, it starts here. It starts inside. you
Yeah.
know, so shout out to Nidana. Is there anything else that maybe you guys wanted to let people know about that you feel like we didn't cover?
Yeah, I will add, so the technology we're using, right, to give us a baseline of where an individual is and the contributing factors that could be causing their suboptimal health.
Okay.
But we also have an array of therapies and modalities to move through a step-by-step process to detox the body and reverse those conditions. So through educating each individual, right, how this process is going to allow their body to detox and supplement oxygen and hydrogen at an intracellular level, which every cell needs to produce more ATP, right? So then it can do its specific task. Then that's going to allow the function of each organ and gland to do its specific task. At this rate, someone will move into a space where they notice symptoms start to disappear. Right, then they can become more active. They can start changing their diet and lifestyle, and eventually move back to optimal health.
Yeah. So with that, I will ask, when people come to you, are there any common denominators that you see almost everyone has to remove no matter what? Like if you're doing this, you should probably stop. It's detrimental to your health.
I'm sure it's well, we've discussed that where it's different in Costa Rica than it is here.
Oh, wow.
Here we're a lot of atherosclerosis and dystonia vascular, which is just not your vessels not having as much flexibility, that's probably mainly from diet.
Yeah. So
we have here,
Does that affect
and-
blood flow and like heart?
And then
Oh,
heavy metals like aluminum. A lot of every single person that we've had here had aluminum,
Wow. Yeah, probably
which is
they're
really
using that
bad
foil,
for your
huh?
brain.
I was gonna
and
say
everything.
Alzheimer's, right?
Yeah, that's why
Going
Alzheimer's
crazy.
at all high. Yeah,
Other factors could be the use of microwaves.
yeah.
Um,
Stress too.
yeah, and then just
Stress.
The
everybody's
stress here, yeah.
definitely more stressed here.
So I mean, you know, they're about to probably ramp all this stuff back up.
I know, right?
Is this?
Well, our doors are open.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna
come
say
on
this
in.
is what people need, especially going through these times. We already
Yeah.
know what's coming. We know what we didn't have last time, and that was Nidana Wellness. So
Yeah.
I think we can tap in and
And this is just one of the tools. Like the device is just one of the tools, like he was saying.
yeah, I love that.
It's a whole step-by-step process to take people through, with other, supplementation, with like you said, with oxygen, like in your water, just really getting, because at the very basic level, disease is very simple. Like, I mean, it's so simple that I'm just like, wow, why did I have to go to 4 years of nursing school?
It's so
Like,
crazy.
it literally is just not enough oxygen actually getting to the cell. That is all disease is. That is it. Like, that simple. So that's what we help people do,
flood
is
it.
just work through a plan to increase the oxygenation in your cells. And
Wow.
God created our bodies to heal themselves.
Yeah.
Like, you create their own environment,
Yeah.
it'll heal itself. It will reverse
Absolutely.
disease. It will do That's what it was made for.
I have yet to do the Wim Hof ice bath, but I'm planning on doing that.
Yeah.
And in that, it puts you in that fight or flight mode, increase your circulation. Does something like that increase oxygen?
Yeah, that's one of the things. So it's like an onion. What we do is like an onion. It's not one thing
Okay.
that is gonna like, oh, here's this supplement, you're gonna be well. It's an onion. Like, it's layers of things that you do, and then all the things together help you put you in your best health.
Yeah.
And the other question could be, well, what are we doing that's decreasing oxygen?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. I mean, and that could be answered in so many different ways.
Yeah.
For
Differently
one,
for everybody.
yeah, and we also know that we have a direct relationship with the health of the planet. So the more we continue to pollute the air that we're breathing, decreasing the oxygen that we have in the air, then that means there's going to be less available to enter into our vessel. And so just in that alone, we know that by going to Costa Rica, there's actually 3% more oxygen in the atmospheric air there. And there, we know that also there used to be much higher oxygen present, right, in the air just all around the world.
All over.
So definitely planting more trees would probably be a good idea. Not burning and tearing down so many trees probably also be a good idea.
Yeah.
But just the fact that we might be shallow breathing because we're stressed.
I do that a lot.
Right? And we're cycling through maybe some traumatic events or something that's triggering us now because it's based into a traumatic event that happened in our childhood. We're still not fully conscious of this. That's the type of information that we do get from this device.
Emotional.
Wow. See, that's good to know. That's good to know.
And for some people, it could just be releasing that, being able to have and we have other therapists that we partner with to help with that emotional part of it too. But for some people, it could just be, they could get through our whole process and they're still not completely healed, and it's an emotional block that's happening with them that they need to clear, because it's energy. Like, you're blocking, just like you would dam up a river. What's going to happen? All this stuff is going to grow in there. That's what happens with emotions. They get trapped inside of an organ in your body.
That's actually a wild visual. Like, you're saying we all have some clogged rivers inside of our bodies.
Congestion.
I just saw one too. It was like overgrown with moss and stuff. I'm like, ooh, wow, man, not inside. Oh, wow. So, yeah, that's super cool. Honestly, that's why I wanted to have you guys come sit in on the peel. Just so, I had questions. I didn't know anything worth, making me credible. But now I feel like I'm leaving here and I can refer people to you in confidence, knowing that they're on the road to recovery and proper health.
Right.
Thank you. Appreciate you having us.
You.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.
Glad we got to share one layer.
One layer,
one layer.
Hey.